and that instantly bursted him down. So Chen is so massive right now, but in the bottom side.
The wild charge just stops the Kashi unless he's able to do something here. Nope, nothing magical there. He's just gonna get taken down, and RRQ Akira are able to find a trade on a turret for kill.
I mean, given the situation that S11 has,
Halo,
RRQ
sabar
has
ya,
been finding ways to keep it as close as possible in terms of economy, right? That's the best case
share
scenario for
manja
them
dulu.
because they're going to have to claw back into this game. Right now, the pace obviously being set by S11. Next turtle's up. You can see even Papa Dog finding the positioning he needs to. And Luis doesn't have Divine Judgment, right? So this is most likely going to be another turtle going in the hands of S11, furthering their lead here objectively, and they'll be able to play around this as pretty much all of their members getting very comfortable in terms of itemization at this point in the game.
This is why it's so difficult when you go for so many late game picks. We saw a similar story from Blacklist, but they are forced to concede so many objectives in the early game. But fortunately for them, they're still able to match the structured
Let's
takes
go.
and even have a bit of a lead. Taking a look at the items right here, Hunter Strike for Takashi means that he can be a lot more aggressive, but Gusta La Gusta with the Blade of Despair will start doing a lot more damage, especially to the Squishier members. But of course, once the light
S11 lawan
Ken is completed,
RRQ
the already
berhasil.
insane burst will get even worse for the side of RRQ Akira.
Takashi was looking for a steal there, but will be caught on the wild charges. Erwin comes in to rotate, but Jotun's just going to be able to slay him down.
Wow.
The Divine Judgment comes onto Erwin right now as King is able to find a
Joy
taunt.
sih
Sagan
hero
picks up the
paling
kill. A
ngeselin
1-for-1
ya,
right now.
sumpah.
Ooh. Chen still able to get out.
Lawan tuh
Jotun
hero
once
di
again
ranked
jumping
sih,
back and
bangsit.
forth, trying to get that last proc, but will just decide to disengage as Sagan comes in, just dealing some damage.
And that whole time, Gusa Lagusa almost got taken out on the bottom side by Kai.
Sponsornya
I mean, that's
buff
just
biru
showing how
muntun,
much of
anjir.
what sort of vacation mode Kai has had. There might be focusing here on the
Sekarang
bottom side,
buff
but Jotun's
biru
not even gonna let King
disponsorin.
and Luis get close enough. Still, though, Luis doesn't have the Divine Judgment. This is what RRQ Akira has to do. They have to play around Luis, and that's kind of been the trend for them.
Hello,
throughout the group
guys.
stages.
Welcome,
Luis
welcome.
finding those sets, whether he was playing the Lolita, whether it's the Kaja here. And still, if
lanjut.
Gusta Lagusta can continue to grab a couple kills here and there, he's got
Gusta
weapon mastery
Lagusta
himself.
pakai
He will be a
ini dia,
threat as the game
battery.
goes on here.
Luis, we have seen that he really
Hero
does
paling
do a
OP,
lot
anjir,
more flashy
tuh.
things when he has
Udah
AoE
broken.
crowd control that can set up his whole team for a
Whoa.
big fight. But whoa, King!
Erwin
Lah,
is able to find
dia
that
dalam
right now.
tower.
Everybody just
Mati sih,
collapses.
mati
The
sih,
Petrify
Frederinya.
is massive by Chan. He
Kaja,
finds the
Kaja.
Lulu
Oh, no.
and Louise as well to Kai, who picks up a
The
double.
power
Gusta
of
Lagusta
Macan
rotates
Kumbang
back
ya.
into the mid lane, but it's a bit late. Takashi
Mamam
is going to be
tuh
caught
Macan
there.
Kumbang.
Jumps in onto the bush, and S11, they've
Anjir,
timed that
di retail
perfectly
ulti sih,
for the
mengerikan,
neutral
Jok.
objective to spawn, and that's the
Dapat
Lord.
Lord lah. Mati 2, mati 3.
Can be considered doing good or bad
Harusnya
right now
dapat
because
ini,
they're
guys.
losing a lot of fights, but at the same time, they've been able to minimize the goal difference, the structure difference as well. But now with S11 taking that Lord, if they play the macro game
Wah,
properly
Joey-nya
and
udah
manage
punya
all three waves at the same
concentrate
time,
energi
they have a
pula.
chance here to at one fell
Lari-lari
swoop,
doang
break
nge-heal
down
nih,
multiple
Rontar.
turrets from the side of RRQ Akira.
Man, Erwin still just finding these little moments here. We're going to take a look at the replay
kuat
in
juga.
just a second. Presented
Draftnya
by
gila
TikTok here.
sih.
Look at that, right? This is what we call the TikTok play in the Philippines. Comes in with that combination and doesn't
Anjir.
die. Like, he's able to survive as well. And then the double there from Kai. That is a massive value here for S11.
What? Hey, yo,
What happened?
What happened? Chan just got caught, and Jotun's
Sabar,
looking
sabar.
for that ambush. Luis is going to be taken low. He doesn't have the Divine Judgment, and Jotun's just going to be able to walk him down. Takashi on the back, forced to flicker out very low. Jotun gets traded back as Gusta Lagusta picks up a mega kill. But man, it's just action everywhere, and they don't stop.
They're still
King's
going.
here,
Whoa.
Sagan comes in with Wild Charge, will cancel that
Punya
damage
ulti
out.
nggak itu
Everyone jumps
macannya?
in, now bringing him
Macannya
back
nggak ada
to
ulti.
This guy is going to be able to actually deal the damage
Nggak ada
back
ulti,
onto
nggak ulti.
him. But
Nah, mati
Gusta
kan.
and King traded back once again, and it's a
Jeleknya
shutdown over to
retail kalau
Gusta.
nggak punya ulti tuh nggak
Oh,
begitu sakit,
man.
guys.
This is a tough situation here because multiple shutdowns were picked up by Gusta La Gusta in
Oh.
that fight.
Wow,
Look at
lu
the
lihat tuh
damage right
bedanya
now.
Retail
Out
sama
of nowhere,
Beatrix
he
ya.
is 6-0.
Okay, the Beatrix does
All right.
damage. What was wrong with all the other Beatrixes
Siapa
in
yang
M4?
6-0 katanya?
What's with the win rate?
Oh, Beatrixnya 6-0.
6-0.
It's
Belum
Gusta
pernah mati
Lagusta,
dia.
man. He's 6-0. He has the weapon mastery. And just a couple minutes ago, we were like, at one point, Gusta, if he can continue to farm up, he is going to be a threat. And this is now. Now we're here, right? This is exactly what we're seeing. They get some more space on the map that they need. They even out the turret situation.
Itu
But
Groknya
still,
fighter ya.
S11 is not out of this, right? They still do have quite a bit of control. They've got setups here. But Erwin, at this point, has to be much more careful in the way that he approaches these. And the same thing, Luis, now that he has Divine Judgment, he's feeling a little bit more confident, especially with Gusta popping off at this point. He could find a setup that he wants, and then that's an immediate -1 for S11.
It's going to be way harder for S11 to pull off their composition in the later stage of the game, right? They need to use their burst really efficiently towards that back line, and it's Sagan and Gusta. Thing is, Sagan can go invulnerable. And Gusta, the longer the game goes, will have some defensive items, will be a bit harder to catch. Meanwhile, for S11, most of them are open, and most of them can't really, take the prolonged fights here. It's just high, but just as I say it, again, Gusta, he's dealing a lot towards Papadog on that high try.
See, that's the thing. As we just said, Luis will pull those into Gusta, find a kill, but Chan, though,
Chan still has the rough waves. Is going to be able to get out of that one. A good snipe over just to poke Erwin down.
Semuanya punya ulti ya. Di kanan semua punya ulti guys dari RRQ.
They can actually just wait it out. Play the long game unless Erwin gets caught here, and that's just a legendary picked up by Gusta.
That's insane,
man.
Mas ada Lord lagi.
This man's insane.
It's in a tough situation right now because Gusta is relatively survivable. Wow, that's a lot of damage, but he has a Has clause as well, so he is sustaining a lot in these fights. And later on, Luis can transition from being an engage tool to a peel tool to ensure that Chan or Jotun, anyone who just dies in the back line, can get instantly shut down and destroyed by the damage coming in from the 8-0 right now, Gusta.
Oh, look at Chan. He's looking for a setup here on Gusta. If he can find it.
Oh my god, Sagan actually reads it out. Chan's still able to dish out the damage, but again, that's where the Lunox comes in handy.
Kurang
I thought it was going to hit, and then he's going to go for
Luis
ult,
on the hunt,
and he goes
though.
for the hit. But yeah, Luis on the hunt.
Kita liatin
Not really going to be able to commit just yet, though. So, both teams just disengage unless Papadog gets caught with a wild charge. He is going to be able to turn it back around onto RQ Akira. Luis is going to be sprayed down right there as Gusta still dealing a lot of damage in the back. Flickering out to safety as he's going to be able to kite for a bit, but King will fall there. Who's still running wild on RRQ Akira.
Kalau Irrital ulti itu sakit banget, sumpah.
It's a 1v1 where Chan's going to be able to
mati.
damage to shut Gusta down. Takashi coming back at it. Getting the decimate and getting a trade back in. It's a 4-for-1.
Out of nowhere. That's a 4-for-1 after
Untungnya mereka punya
Lord. Both these
dia
teams
nggak punya
right
Lord
now,
itu udah
after taking a
ditembusin
Lord,
anjir.
has gotten taken out very decisively. What is going on? Arca Akira, they stood there with 2 members in that late game in a Lord push situation.
I mean, now we've been talking about Gusta, and Kai has heard it, and he's like, what about me? Right? He's 7-1-3. Just had a massive play there. So either way, this game can be anybody's game. S11 still in a good position, and a lot of it still. It's the same thing mirrored across these two-team compositions. Who gets that pick off? Who finds a person out of their team? I mean, if it's Papadog, great, right? If he can get someone from RQ Akira out of here, and that target is most likely probably going to be Takashi, as we see him try to focus on these side lane pushes a little bit. But still, as we're about a little over a minute away from that next Lord, it is going to be crucial to who has the numbers advantage leading up to that objective. But taking a look at the items, how are things going here, Arashi?
A Cursed Helmet and an Oracle for Jotun in the jungle. This is a bit of a hybrid build. He wants to do some damage. He needs to have enough to threaten the backline, but still be tanky enough to survive these big crazy fights. As I'm analyzing the fight,
Divine Judgment was massive, finds the member, but Chan's gonna be able to trade it back onto Sagan, onto Gusta. Kai is still dashing away. Kai is the way of the dragon, brings King back, locks him down.
Irritalnya sih nggak ngotak anjing.
Erwin with the GQ down, knocks him up. It's an upset in the making once again, as it's another 4-for-1.
Can they actually push into the base here? It's only Luis. There's more than 20 seconds. They're going in.
Erwin with the flicker combo and the Jeep Kundo. The mini wave needs to be cleared out. Luis is trying his best to actually buy some time. 5 seconds onto the Lunox right now. That's going to be Luis jumping in again. And that's S11 Gaming pulling another stop to upset the odds. RRQ Akira is down. Their 33 consecutive wins have been shut down by S11.
That is such a crazy situation here. The fight is so dynamic. You don't really know what's going on. But S11 with the superior burst, with the more dangerous pick of potential going towards
ini dong kalem.
They're able to
temen
make
yang satu nggak kalem anjir.
Upset, and I think we saw the stats earlier. Everyone is wrong.
Kalem dong.
I mean, I gotta say, we painted the picture early on. Group stages has been a surprise for everybody. And it's not, right. This is only the first match of the day. And already, you saw the audience prediction. You saw the caster talent prediction. It was pretty much all RRQ Akira. Well, now here's S11 Gaming. You can't count them out just yet.
Three-way tie. Now it's possible. RRQ Akira 2-1, and S11 1-1. They need one more victory to actually get the same score. And then, dude, honestly, this is crazy. It's possible.
10 games later?
10 games.
Maybe. 10 games ready? We might have to call back.
Well, can we get confirmation, right? But man, what a performance there from S11. It's actually very similar to Falcon, right? Again, everybody were writing them off after the first game against Valley, and then they just popped off. They showed why they're meant to be here. They've proven. And that one, Latam caster, who predicted S11. He's probably just
he's jumping in his seat right now.
Never doubted.
Tadi bagus banget ya.
I mean,
dia ambil di retail, dapat joy juga. Midnya dia nggak ngasih damage sih, midnya dia gunain cuma buat ngacak-ngacak backline mereka. Dia pakainya Kadita. Terus di sebelah kanan midnya tadi Lunok. Walaupun Beatrix-nya udah jadi ya, tapi kurang sih. Dibandingin sama power retail kalau udah perang tuh, GG banget cok. Gak ngotak anjing. Power retail kalau udah ulti sih, gak ngotak.
So, you're saying, despite Gusta performing that well, the B-Trick is still...
ente banget cok itu. Gusta. Beatrix-nya di sebelah.
I was gonna talk about
dia solo carry timnya anjir.
Action just kept piling on. About to say that in the late game, with more quote-unquote assassins on the side of S11, they have a lot more chances to pick off Gusta, especially with this build. He has the win of nature, but that's about it. At any moment, Chan and Jotun can both jump at him, and he has no defense except for sustain.
Kalau dijadiin jungler tuh agak kurang jok menurut gua. Kalau dia jadiin fighter tadi, damage-nya sakit. Dia milihnya fighter ini, Martis.
I guess there's some coming in from Sagan. He has the core items, the Clock of Destiny, the Lightning Truncheon, and the Genius One, but the damage does not come out as quickly as a Kadita or Joy. So composition-wise, S11 have a unfair advantage when it comes to those surprising moments.
I mean, one of the big question marks here for me was that Martis, right? How would you utilize that?
Sih tadi
and I
jago
feel like
ya.
Takashi really
Dia
struggled in this game. He got caught out
ngacak
sometimes
backline
as well.
doang.
And you can
habis
also
itu keluar lagi, kalau dapat kill ya udah, kalau enggak ya udah. Dia nothing tulus anjir, yang penting yang di belakang tuh nggak bisa ngasih damage. Lihat ketika si Kaditanya tadi nggak ikut war atau posisinya jelek, pasti Beatrix-nya ngacak-ngacak.
And it just worked out well for them, right? We are going to be taking a look at the post-game stats as well and get a better picture of how this all happened for this best of one.
What's really impressive for me for S11 Gaming from them is the shift, right? The transitional shift for them in who carries the game. Early on, it was Chan, and you saw Papadog was just helping Chan out with those setups.
Rich guy.
But then later on, they were like, yeah, Kai, you got it, bro. We just open up some space, we dive in.
Iyalah, you retail.
It's a dive comp, but that dive is just to provide for Kai in the later stages.
You know, I thought that RQ Akira would have a bit more advantage in the pickoff game due to the wave clear, because usually B-Trix, right, will be clearing so fast with those abilities. But looking later, just now, in the mid-game, S11 has so much more to work with. I mean, even in the
ternyata beda 50.000
was able to be so dynamic, so active, was the fact that he is on a Kadira, but he is also backed up by a Cho, so that wave clear in the mid lane
kurang banget kan Friendrin dijadiin jungle.
Cho and Kadira is just very, very dangerous.
Mending main fighter,
and RRQ don't really have a solution.
Yeah, I mean, the combination alone is is the solution, or is it Arashi, right? But actually, let's hold the solution here. The solution was the MVP of the game, and it's going to be none other than Kai. As we said, amazing performance on this Irithel.
Macan Kemayoran ini, bos.
Vacation mode early on, and then he
Gol
just
per menitnya 861.
Right? Really worked out well for him, able to maneuver the way he needed to, especially the way that just Irithel works, where you don't really have to stop and shoot, right? That's one of the best advantages here. But great MVP performance.
Definitely. Right? I mean, you could see that, again, Irithel has just not been performing well in
Pantas tadi dia nggak berani lawan Fredrin pas pakai
like
itu ya.
Gusta was almost able to make the Beatrix work.
Dia nggak punya itu
situational context, right? Because in the game like this, we talk about the win condition for RRQ Akira. It's about diving in the back line. So if you're on a gold laner that can just be so mobile, bring a sprint as well, RRQ is going to struggle to find you. Take a look at some of the highlights here. See some of the moves coming in from Kai, but early on, it's just a huge slugfest coming in. And in a way, it just seems very coin-flippy from both teams. But, you know, if the results speak for themselves, there's no issue with it.
Jadi mati dia, Cok. Padahal di sini gua udah pikir rente banget dia.
Oh, mati damage in the hands of RRQ Akira.
Mana sih yang dia nggak jadi mati tadi?
When they are threatened constantly by the possibility of just being locked down, it makes it very difficult for them to actually be active. Look at Gusta here, completely zoned away before any spells are even used.
Sekali pukul itu lunok anjir.
Taken out by Chan. And in contrast to that, you can see that Kai, yes, he's kiting very well, he's maneuvering around all the danger, but at the same time, the only real way that anyone can get to him is Takashi just running at him. Look at King, trying his best to catch up, it's just not enough.
I mean, that moment right there that we just saw in the highlights is a frustrating part, because Kai's like one hit away, and you can't catch him. Grandma. Right? So what happened, but it's a great thing that happened, because now again this makes things even more interesting for the day. Whether you want to look at it as
Kaditanya sih yang menurut gua positioningnya bagus banget.
6 best of ones, it could be more.
Irithel juga mekaniknya GG, tapi MVP dari MVP-nya menurut gua Kadita sih.
For Group D right now, I mean, personally, I've been saying this for a long time, ever since the group was formed in the group draw. I feel like this is the most competitive group right now. I feel like all the teams are at the same skill level, and we're seeing it happen here. S11 beating Akira, beating Hawk and Valley, but losing to S11. It's rock, paper, scissors.
I mean, at this point, I gotta say, guess coins, predictions, they're pretty much like, just take them and throw them out because they're destroyed. But we do have to focus on the next match, right? The next match, the second match of the day, is right here. Occupy Thrones versus Echo from the Philippines. It's
It's a banger.
If Occupy Thrones wins against Echo, then there's
jadi ini gamenya best of one ya.
A tiebreaker too. So we might have two groups going to three-way ties. And we are all wearing ties.
Masuk tuh.
We are.
It's a sign. It's a sign, bro.
We jinxed it.
I don't think you can come on the desk without a time.
Yeah, exactly.
Harusnya mereka udah siap-siap ya.
Do we want ties?
Draft best tuh.
Like
tim kiri, tim kanan udah masuk.
I was gonna say, well, we'll leave it at that, right? But Arashi, I know you're excited. I know you're not Ghani here, but I know you're excited for this, especially after the first match, right? Violence, but we're going to be taking a short break here, so sit tight. We'll be back after this for match number 2.
Loading. Nunggu lagi guys kalau kayak gini.
You live only once. For once, leave the comfort zone and raise yourself up. Enjoy the moment. Enhance your creativity.
Kayak kegedean deh suaranya.
Raise up your life through a wonderful journey.
Gini aja. Wonderful Indonesia, gile. Eko Laut. Wah, RRQ Indo mantar ya. Game terakhir anjir. Sambil nunggu gimana kalau kita main juga guys. Sambil nunggu nih ya. Sabar, gua setup ini dulu buat segame cukup kali ya. Segame bisa sih. Sambil nunggu match 2 ya.
Your team is banning.
I've been waiting.
The enemy is banning.
Valor and royalty in a dead body.
Gue sambil lihat-lihat juga nih.
Please ban a hero.
Siapa ya? Open window ya.
To me, fun is all that matters. Time to drop the beat of the
enemy
flash.
is banning. Your team is picking.
3,000 worlds.
Kang Panci tuh, namanya dia Kang Panci.
Minotaur,
The enemy is picking.
What was left undone.
Gua nggak ada hero vector.
I do what I want to do.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Your team is picking.
Ya, betternya diambil, guys. Ah, tai ini si Zoro. Gue udah bilang gak ada hero fighter juga. Maka tai lu itu Zoro ya.
I am the moonlight that breaks through the darkness.
Sumpah orang batu banget, cok.
The enemy is
Udah
picking.
dibilang gua nggak ada hero. Wah, lembek-lembek semua nih. Lo main fighter lah, tolong.
Time to go to the R&D show for some
Kok bisa ada Jinx? Sumpah tadi ini mirip Jinx anjir. Apa? Animasi di Clan Mobile
Please pick a
Legend.
hero.
Oi. Nah, thank you.
You should be ashamed for not trusting yourself. The enemy is picking.
Hello, my friend.
Lah iya. Gua gak sadar, cok, udah ada mid anjing. Ngentot, tolol bet gua. Odi goblok. Ayo kita menangin. Ah, my bad. Coba tadi gua pakai Harley ya, gua bisa jungle. Parah boy. Ah, pakai salah pick lagi. Big. Siapa sih yang jaringannya kayak ngentot nih? Bisa guys.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
Tetap aja 1v1 di atas ya, santuy. Ambil dia dulu. Hujan terus setia.
Let's see who has the last laugh.
Mau baso gak mau dong. Enak nih hujan-hujan makan baso. Sabar, gua salah pick nih, anjing.
The more your fear grows, the smaller you become.
Lawannya di-rot lagi, tewas ini gua.
First blood.
Lu makan baso, Ruth. Ngehe. Bisa-bisanya cok gua salah pick. Nah, dimajuin gitu dong, gua udah nangis. Ah, gua makan ikan kering anjir. Gak apa, ikan kering enak juga guys. Syukurin aja apa yang kita punya ya. Ikan kering gak kalah enak. Nyentot lu itu di rob. Iya, enak banget lah kalau sambil hujan-hujan kan. Makan Indomie. Udah the best feeling, cok. Dia level 4, Mek. Kena loh. Wah, perkara gua salah pick nih. Dia gak kena semua skillnya, anjing. Gua pikir gua tolol salah pick, dia lebih tolol lagi tuh orang. Aduh. Sakit perut nih gua. Wah, dia dapat turtle, guys. Nggak bisa ini. Seribu. Wah, perkara salah pick, anjing. Cerita loh, ST anget. Mohon maaf aja nih Urut ya. Gimana cerita ST anget? Dia mainnya gitu, ngumpet di rumput, kalau gue maju dia muncul. Soalnya lu sampai kiamat, anjing. Gak bisa di stun, Mek. Ah, pusing banget dah gua. Gak ada teman main GTA 5 RP. Bosan main sendiri. Mainkan bocil. Mati. Siapa yang mau gua ajak main? Coba. Menurut lu siapa yang bisa gua ajak main?
I know who I am, and you will soon know as well. Give life to magic, not magic to life.
Wah, takut gua sama di-road nih. Mending gua gabung sama temen gua aja. Gua juga pingin tapi PC gua gak kuat. Nabung lah, beli PC baru. Sabar. Bisa ini. Dikit lagi. Perkara salah pick doang ini mah. Mati. Gua butuh stun gua ya, anjing. Wah, Lilianya hampir mati. Tuh di atas tuh. Tidak gagal menonton. Kucing gua juga udah tidur, Cok. Udah tidur, udah makan. Udah gua kasih minum obat, udah. Soalnya dia sakit, guys. Kasihan, Cok. Sabar, game 2 belum mulai kok, anjing. Ini masih belum mulai, gua liatin ya. Salah. Gak usah deh. Gak usah deh. Pokoknya masih belum mulai ya game 2-nya.
see who has the last.
Enemy has been slain. Enemy has been slain.
Ya
Double
kan,
kill.
kita kuat. Perkara salah pick doang anjing. Jadi susah ini game.
Would you like to have a drink with me?
Dan balik dong Lui. Sabar guys, gua sambil ini kok. Sambil nonton di ini. Belum mulai game 2-nya. Daripada kita gabut kan liatin countdown. Ini kita juga main.
I know who I am, and you will soon know.
Ayo, bisa ini. Dapat.
Launch attack.
Terus lah.
Your team destroyed a turret.
Oh, tebal banget. Sebelum kuat gua.
Our turret has been destroyed.
18 detik.
Our turret is under attack. An ally has been slain.
Wah, kabur.
I know who I am, and you will soon know as well.
Okay. Our turret has been destroyed.
Cabut cok.
Ally has been
Salah jalan banget lewat situ.
destroyed a turret.
Who has the last laugh?
Ult is not ready. Inhibitor turret under attack. Slain. Our turret has been destroyed.
Jurna atas.
Our base is under attack.
Would you like
Dong,
to have a
Beatrice.
drink with me? The more your fear grows,
Babi. Kok dia bisa tahu?
out of control.
Wah, dicek sama dia anjing. Gamenya mulai semenit lagi guys. Gak apalah.
Has been slain.
Kelor sih.
Request backup.
Give life to magic, not magic to life.
Enemy has been
Aduh,
slain. Enemy
beda
has slain Lord.
Would you like to have a drink with me?
You have slain an enemy.
Mati tuh.
I know who I am.
Request backup.
Kan? Ya, gak kena.
Launch attack. Backup.
Has the last laugh. The more your fear grows, the smaller you become.
Initiate
Oh,
retreat.
tipis cok.
Request backup. Request backup.
Who I am, and you will soon know as well.
Oh, mereka nge-split.
Our turret is under attack. Request backup. Our turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed.
Would you like to have a drink with me?
Ally has been slain.
Gak jadi mati.
Give life to magic, Not magic to life. I know who I am, and you.
Our turret has been destroyed.
Gitu dong.
The more your fear grows, the smaller you.
Launch attack.
Bisa nggak?
Our base is under attack.
Not magic to life. Would you like to have a drink with me?
Launch attack. Launch attack.
The more your fear grows, the smaller you become.
Request backup.
Let's see who has the last laugh. Lightning strike!
Tipis banget anjing. Hero bangsat. Bisa-bisanya hero kayak gitu ada di game ini anjing. Terus di bawah itu dirot ngentot. Pencet tunggu ah. Lah, tambahin lagi waktunya. Segame lagi anjing.
Defeat.
Iyalah, gue dapat kayu XP land main ini anjing. Kok inventory? Oh nggak usah deh, udah mau mulai guys. Ya kah, udah mau mulai kah?
They had plenty of time to prepare here, but before we get into that, I want you guys to take a sneak peek at all the M4 events and about all the rewards you can get. The M4 Pass is already available to purchase. The exclusive rewards like Beatrix Light Chaser, Beatrix Stellar Brilliance, and M4 Beatrix figurine, and more await you. Man, your tongue twisterness has rubbed off on you. But the M4 support chest is also available in the game for you to open for loads of M4 Pass XP on the day of M4 Finals. That's January 15. Expect to get an avatar border for free. Who wouldn't want that? And for free. We love free things, right? And in the M4 Battle Night event, unlock a skin chest by completing task and pick a skin of your choice within the chest. That, yet again, is free. Oh my god.
Hashtag Mobile Legends Bang Bang, hashtag MLBB M4, and hashtag Dare to be Great. Moontown's Dare to be Great with the M4 Pass too, because it's available right now and you guys can all just play and complete the tasks, and you guys will be able to reach level 75 at ease, alright? G the Ico is somewhere here. He's already at 150.
Kamu yang waktu itu nonton aku main RAF,
not yet, but
main
he's already
RDR,
level 150, so he secured it for himself. But obviously he also got all the other exclusive rewards like the Beatrix Light Chaser skin, the Beatrix Stellar Brilliance, and the figurine that we were talking about. So you guys, if you want a chance to get that, do it. Play right now. Complete the task. Don't miss it like I missed the
game 2 ini kelamaan anjir.
Because I missed it too, man. You know, we are busy as well, right? So
very busy.
That's there. But we are going to be taking a look here at the lineups for this match. Again, it's Occupy Thrones and Echo ahead of us. But taking a look first, we're going to look at the lineup for Occupy Thrones specifically. And here we go.
Iya dong, stay halal bro. Nih udah mau mulai nih.
Hulk in the XP lane, Gato in the gold lane, Leo
Suara lurut, makan bakso nggak bagi-bagi.
Maro is the highlighted player here, the prodigy. But yes, the caster Leo is with us in spirit as well, Mirko.
Well, it's their last chance. So welcome all the way from Mina. Occupy Throne.
Occupy.
Cool. And as you said, Mirko, I mean, this is a
Ocupi.
for them. Again, they're not out of the tournament, right? No one's going out of the tournament here.
Isi gue beli ke Cianjur gak juga anjir.
And
jauh.
Again, Arashi, you mentioned it. Who knows what will happen here? Who knows what we'll see ahead of us? But if anything is to speak about itself, the last series tells us a lot. And now on the screen, we've got
Indo main di game terakhir,
we've got
guys.
Sanju in the mid
Ararki.
lane, Sanford in the XP lane, Benny Cutie in the gold lane, Carl
Sanford.
Teasy in the jungle, and JP once again in the rogue
Benyot,
position.
namanya Benyot.
Still no Yaoi here on stage at M4. But welcome, ladies and gentlemen,
20 jam
the
enggak lah,
Orcas Echo Philippines.
Definitely making a strong appearance here. And JP, all those dynamic engages, very, very scary. So,
Anjir, semua muka bocil yang ini mukanya bapak-bapak guys, yang ini. Ini. Temennya semua muka-muka bocil, dia muka bapak-bapak anjir.
Well, I mean,
Bang room tour bang. Aduh, ntar ya nonton dulu guys. Bukannya pas streaming ini kalian lihat streaming apa? Yang mau tahun baruan.
Six, right here. What did you guys vote for? We'll see it later. Okay,
Game cacing.
Let's look at it, right? I
Apa
wonder
tuh
what
game cacing?
predicted.
Oh, why are you asking me?
Because you know,
Game cacing apaan dah?
Yeah.
Technically.
Let's see. Nice.
Al QB.
All 12
Wait,
talents.
Al QB.
Not a single
QB kalau lahir di Arab namanya Al QB ya.
Occupy from Mina, all QB.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to my boy Burrito, by the way.
Dukung siapa bang? RR Kindo.
From the caster search in the Philippines.
Ular.
And, yeah,
Apaan game cacing, game ular gua nggak tahu cowok, sumpah.
A lot of people are supporting Echo. Also, there was already a massive.
Kalau di game
because
ini,
of Carl Teasy is there, right? And we
Kita
all
lihat
know
dari
how Carl
draftnya
Teasy,
dulu
we all
dong.
know, the prodigy
Draftnya
that he
ntar
once was,
bagusan
and now
mana,
he's this
gua
veteran,
pilih itu ya.
right? He's this veteran player here. He's there to support the team.
Tapi kalau dari mukanya sih lebih menjanjikan yang ini ya. Soalnya kayaknya dia udah ngerti gitu. Lihat tim sebelah bocil anjir. Tapi jangan remehkan bocil juga sih. Di Valorant tuh di tim secret ya, tim secret Valorant ada bocil namanya siapa itu? Pokoknya bocil. 16 tahun atau 15 tahun. Nge-ebol waktu itu anjing. Gak logis. Nih, lihat nih, kayak bocil-bocil semua anjir. Tim sebelah ini kayak bapak-bapak warkop nih. Yang sampai subuh kerjanya main Mobile Legend. Nih, yang ini nih. Yang lain bocil. Apa dia? Tolong dong, bapak-bapak nolep dong.
I like that. Whoever wrote that, great job.
Iya, nggak ebol-ebol dia, Jok. Lihat dah, kayaknya dia masih di rosternya tim secret Valorant deh. Ini cek aja namanya, lupa gua.
Key to victory for Echo here, especially if he gets his hands on the Franco, that's going to be devastating. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's
siapa sih namanya? Mamang warkop itu di sebelah. Sumpah. Gue penasaran, Cok.
Echo, the keys to victory there. And also, if you're Occupy Thrones, try your best to control Carl Teasy, right? Don't allow him
Ada tahu
to
gak?
excel in that
Namanya
jungler.
si Mamang
And looking at
warkop.
the audience prediction as well, it's a
Bang, jangan lupa
quite the
mandi,
slide
siap.
for Echo here, but this is actually very interesting.
Walaupun di sini dingin sih.
Yeah.
Hujannya gak nanggung-nanggung, Cok. Hujan badai. Nih. Mama warkop nih. Ada yang tahu gak namanya siapa? Udah bang, Bang, mana Simbul? Simbul lagi di luar, guys. Lagi tidur. Tadi dia dalam sini bareng gua. Tapi dia keluar mau makan. Gua keluar, dia malah tidur di luar.
And that is just a scary situation to deal with, man.
That is a great point.
Namanya siapa sih?
See if that comes to fruition here. But we're jumping into the draft for this.
Carl Teasy, anjay, Carl Teasy.
Some of the bands already coming out here.
Hujan badai yang ribu serius, Cok. Hujan badai. Simbul lagi sakit ya, bagi yang nggak tahu. Dia lagi di belakang palanya sini luka, guys. gara-gara pengen dikawinin sama Milo. Kayaknya Milo nggak tahu deh cara kawin gimana, sange doang dia anjing.
The Akai and
the Pyramus is
also respect, right? Especially the Akai, because we've seen that Leo really likes to play the Akai. He's played it 2 times, I believe, in 2 of their games, so 100%.
He's been playing very well, especially
Bennya apa? Akai, Pyramus, Franco. Di kanan Bennya carry sama 1-1. 1-1 OP sih. Stacknya cuma 3, Cok. Habis itu bisa ulti.
It wasn't on Albert. So it's a very interesting situation.
Bang, Simbul sakit apa? Lihat di video short kita. Gua habis bikin video shortnya itu. Daripada gua jelasin capek-capek ya, mending lu orang nonton aja dulu. Video shortnya si Embul. Ada tuh baru gua upload. Nih, Mamang Warkop. Lihat muka temennya semua tuh bocil-bocil anjir. Dia doang Mamang Warkop. Main sampai subuh, mata udah jadi hitam, tetap main tuh segame.
Solo killed Lemon in the mid lane. Why not just pick it up again from
Oh,
Occupied Thrones?
Fredrin sama Kaja.
And the Fredrin. Very fast drafts, however. Echo instantly responds
Yefi,
to the
OP
draft
sih.
with the Yuzong pick, which is going to be really good because it basically says, hey, Occupy.
Pada andalan gue ini ya. Ini si Mamang Warkop nih.
Members that can constantly dive
Pokoknya andalan gua Mamang Warkop.
And keep in mind the wave clear available.
Emang iya nge-lag kagak anjir.
That's a lot of dominant laning and that's a lot of lane pressure that Occupy Thrones need to deal with
Emang
before
iya
they
nge-lag.
can even attempt to go for a pick-off. The final pick will be a Valentina.
Enggak, Cok. Jangan lu kali.
Given the circumstances here,
Gue udah ganti server, Kemarin nge-lag servernya guys. Pas kita main RDR sama main Mobile Legends.
I know you're nodding over here too. You saw it happening, so I'm wondering if those last 2 picks are something similar here. It would be great if Occupied Thrones can maybe focus.
Gue penasaran Cok, Mamang Warkop picknya apa ya?
But already looking at this
Leslie.
as well, between the two
Leslie hero sampai late game kayak gimana pun paling sakit sih.
I feel like,
intinya Leslie tuh udah bisa nge-counter semua hero, Cok. Kalau udah late game. Yang penting itemnya sama-sama jadi ya.
But one crucial thing is Occupy Thrones need to be able to get there, right? If they can get to the late game.
Kira lumayan OP sih di update ini.
If they want to roll with that, then that is a great option. But like you said,
tunjukin Mamang Warkop,
But still, we saw the same thing, right? The struggle of Lemon when he was playing against Sanji, trying to get the right ultimates, and then even when he couldn't, Echo did such a good job at holding those ultimates off, right? Staying so far away that it was so difficult to utilize the IMU ultimate for Valentina. And I feel like that is going to be a similar case here for this matchup.
On top of that,
he's
also just a very oppressive.
Saya nge-ban pro player, Dok. Gua udah gak bisa komen ya. Sabar.
Super fast rotations coming in, and sometimes he even splits with JP. JP goes to one lane, and Sanji rotates to the other. There's no weak side of the map in a lot of Echo games because of that dynamic. And now we're seeing the last bans come through from both Occupy and Echo. It's the Hayabusa and the Joy. Still respecting towards Carl TZ, but you're already seeing right now a Lapu pick, which
nah, Mamang Warkop nih.
Go to the jungle for Occupy Thrones.
Mamang Warkop nge-pick ya.
Now what do they want to go
sama namanya Carl TZ. Mamang Warkop nih.
Or now that you mentioned he's a veteran, he's been playing a lot more utility junglers.
Pakai apa dia?
Oh,
dia jungler. Mamang Warkop itu jungler.
But exactly, if they want to be a threat for the backline of Occupy Thrones in
hero kesukaan gua apa ya? Dulu gua suka banget sih pakai Hayabusa, tapi udah di refarm jadi nggak sebagus dulu guys. Sekarang masih bagus sih, tapi nggak sebagus dulu.
Lancelot.
Oh man. Pakai Link.
Nice, we're just saying to me.
Nah, hero kesukaan gua Link nih. Gua ngedukung Mamang Warkop anjir.
Linksalot. Linksalot and Harrit. Man, all right. So
Harrit mid.
In terms of damage, they've gone it
Link
down,
jungler.
right? So dimensional draft and that.
Oh, berarti tanknya Chow.
And magical damage.
Bukan.
And there's a lot of that, so it's gonna be hard
Hartnya apa ya?
to really, build defensively, respecting that kind of damage coming in.
Lah.
Final pick, Beatrix.
Haritnya di
This is the thing,
Gold Lane.
We've seen this before, right? If they give up
Gua dukung kanan, guys.
to the Valentina here from Occupy Thrones, hey, we've got the
Mamang Warkop, yoi bro si Mamang Warkop. Lu lihat dah antar fotonya anjir. Temennya semua mukanya bocil-bocil, dia doang mamang-mamang. Lihat.
It's a tough situation when you're dealing with a user.
Mana ya, nggak diliatin.
Nih,
Mang Warkop, bocil. Nih, ini doang anjir. Di Warkop sampai subuh, segame sampai pagi nih. Yakin gua dia. Kalau ini mukanya udah om-om semua, apalagi nih kumisan anjir. Ini berewokan. Si Hu. Dari mana sih ini? Mena tuh di mana, guys? Gua dukung Mamang Warkop. 1 anak yoi. Tapi gua dukung tim yang kanan ya tadi.
Again, I don't know, man. Now that you mention it,
Gua dukung ini nih, guys. Apa sih dia belum taruh namanya lagi?
Right now. Yeah, there's been a lot of jinxing the last 2 days, man. So we'll see if Echo can break that curse or if Occupy Throne just gets that momentum, that buff from the curse.
Right. To be fair, on a lane right here, there's still a lot of crowd control available to just shut it
gua
down
dukung
completely.
Mena. Apa sih? Ote. Occupy. Occupy Throne, gua dukungnya itu. Salah. Gua dukungnya Mamang Warkop. Tapi yang menang kayaknya tim kanan nih. Occupy. Sama-sama kok Elisa, kita dukungnya Mamang Warkop ya. Mamang Warkop adalah idola kita semua. Nah kan beneran Harit Gold Lane. Valentina mid dia. Valentina bagus gak sih? Dia nyuri siapa emang? Kecuali Link sama Naga, Yevi sih. Iya.
Try not to let that snowball get out of hand here from Echo.
Sumpah, tim kanan bagus cok picknya. Tinggal eksekusinya doang ini.
Look at the focus on the bottom side though. They're going to be looking here for Benny Cutie. Looking for a moment. Leo's going to go down.
Lord of Mamang Warkop and Odi. Mamang Warkop ini bos. Namanya Mamang Warkop cari saya pak. Oh, Kartezi namanya Mamang Warkop. Tunjukin Mamang Warkop dong, boy. Observer. Nah, Mamang Warkop langsung ini nih. Langsung turtle dia. Pinter cok. Lihat, objektifnya ada di atas. 4 orang gerak ke atas, Haritnya dibiarin sendiri. Dapat turtle ini mereka. Movementnya jago anjir. Tim Eko.
As you said, Mirko, it's unfortunate they were
unable
to get anything, not even the turret gold. So for Echo, that's a small.
Ketika objektifnya tadi ada di atas, turtle-nya di atas, 4 orang langsung jalan ke atas. 2 orang isi jungle di atas sini. 1 tinggal di sini, satunya di sini dia. Bagus banget cok. Giga turtle. Iya, movementnya bagus banget tadi dia. Udah kayak terstruktur. Mati. Beatrix. Mantap. Wah, picknya bagusan kanan. Tapi kok kayaknya yang menang kiri. Apakah the power of Mamang Warkop? Wah, mati nih Mamang Warkop. Mamang Warkop mati, Jok. Ngapain, Mamang? Aduh si Mamang teh. Naon atuh, Mang? Oh.
who has the better trade.
Sama-sama kita lihat nih.
Smash coming in. That's a lot
Wah,
of
lapu-lapunya bisa move ke tengah loh.
At least until later on when they have some
Pasti nggak expect dia tadi.
This is what that lapu-lapu can do.
Itu si
Yuzhong
Yevi.
is a dangerous threat to the back line.
Tapi nggak apa-apa sih.
And in a way, a lot
Ditukar sama Mamang Warkop.
Way the dragon by Fury 77, stealing it away. Just canceling out the engage.
Fredrinnya mati. Wih, sama-sama mati guys dia. Jungler sama jungler ya.
About the divine judgment pickoffs, which we've seen Maro do, right? He's going to constantly press that
Harusnya pintar juga nih.
in favor for occupied thrones.
Di map semua missing dia langsung main deket tower. Oh, Joe TikTok.
Echo get the turtle too, and it is a disaster for Occupied Thrones. Echo right now.
Sumpah, Echo movementnya terstruktur banget, Cok. Kayaknya coachnya suka marah-marah deh. Kalau lu nggak gerak sesuai apa yang direncanain, kayaknya dibacotin anjir. Bagus banget movementnya, Echo.
He has the mystery shop as well, so he'll be scaling a lot quicker than I think Occupied Thrones might expect. And on Harith, that's going to be very difficult because, again, we've mentioned it already, the lack of crowd control from the side of Occupied Thrones will be an issue in that mid game.
JP again.
Wah, Fredrinnya nih.
Gak cukup
damage, Cukup.
Also has the follow up from this one force from Benny. Fury 77 force.
Wah, udah. Back.
It's just Echo everywhere.
Maro though, he's still holding on to the divine judgment, but
Bang Warkop GG Cok tadi. Gua pikir damage-nya nggak cukup buat ngebunuh si Fredrin. Tapi ternyata cukup anjir.
Gato unfortunately is 0-3. He is falling behind in terms of farm and
Gua jadi ngefan sama Mamang Warkop anjir. Movement timnya tuh GG banget. Gua suka.
They're gonna keep pressing it until at least they get that tier 1. And that's what we see even JP doing here. But let's take a look at the items on how this is all resulted out.
Wah, ulti.
Right, I mean it's such a high-paced game.
Udah pakai ulti itunya.
At this point has a feather heaven
Batteriknya.
and glaive, so a lot of damage and a lot of DPS, not just burst damage. But actually,
mati nih si Arit.
Into a bit of a trap, but JP turns it around yet again.
With the dragon, but it's gonna be Maro who finds the divine judgment onto Benny, who's able to actually pop this Mon Force, looking for a trade. It's just JP who gets taken down in the mid lane. Sanji
apaan nih?
Hulk's gonna be taken down with a
one hit
attack to fade away from Sanji.
One hit anjir.
I call that the athletic flicker, right? Because so we've seen Sanji do that how many times?
Nih Mama Warkop nih. Buff orang pun diculik sama dia.
One auto attack for the kill.
It's down to the wire with
tuh guys, jangan lupa di like sama di subscribe ya. Ini kita stream kita biar makin rame guys. Kalau kalian belum subscribe, tolong subscribe lah. Yang belum nge-like, tolong nge-like ya. Nah, mati lagi tuh. Kaja. Wah, kurang. Gak dapat. Tapi dapat objektif seharusnya nah. Nice move.
Wow.
Udah gua like, mantap, thank you Elisa.
Potential that Echo has. We talk a lot about the range differential. Having a real world manipulation means that they can do.
Dapat lagi nih satu.
Nah,
si Mama Warkop ngekill anjir.
9-3 for Echo as Benny. Actually,
dapat nih. Nah.
Sanford jumps in the way the dragon is there too.
Wow.
It's all just fadeaways in pure style from Echo.
On the shoulders of Daddy
oh, mantep banget Cok move-nya tim Echo.
Make play after play here. It's 6.5k now. Almost 8 minutes into the game. And this is tough, right? If you're Occupied Thrones, like I was saying, Gato, that gold lane, who you hope that you have available to come online for the late game, is not going to be there anytime soon. BOD just being picked up here 8 minutes in.
And keep in mind, Carl TZ, he is doing something we've seen before, the killing spree on that link. So he is out for blood. And Benny Cutie,
udah lihat simbol.
8 minutes? What?
Luka kan?
That is a lot of damage. And as we mentioned already,
Gua tadi nggak jadi streaming. Kan biasanya gua kalau habis sholat duhur streaming. Tapi tadi nggak streaming dulu. Soalnya Simbul lagi pengen dimanja guys. Jadi gua ngurusin dia dulu. Habis itu baru. Walaupun nggak main ya. Kita nonton aja. Kali aja dia ntar ngeong-ngeong lagi depan kamar. Valentina ya kurang main sih. Dia nggak pernah dapat yang ini loh apa? Yang bagus ultinya. Jaga posisinya tim sebelah tuh GG. Movementnya GG banget.
They already have control over most of the map right now. They can just constantly be playing around with the Lord, forcing Occupy Thrones to
berapa jam live-nya bang? Gak tahu. Sampai maghrib kali. Soalnya ntar malam kita main RDR ya. Kita live RDR ntar malam. Mati. Gak apa. Tanknya ditukar sama Beatrix. Dapat ini lordnya. No. Lu lihat Harit. Udah sakit banget. Oh. Iya, Red Dead Redemption 2 ntar malam.
Echo is on a mission right now, and they understand that Gado is part of their win condition. We saw that Sanford was able to actually.
Ini mereka emang beda kelas atau movementnya yang emang GG sih tim Echo ini.
And head straight for Gado. That is dedication. That is
kayaknya
of focus, determination, and
udah berat sebelah deh menurut gua. Mati itu lapu-lapu. Nah, off position dia. Ternyata Mamang Warkop. GG anjing.
I mean, 10,000k at this point.
Udah gua share bang. Thank you Elisabel. Makasih.
10,000k, that is a lot of gold. And they're marching, right? I mean, you got to handle this Lord, occupy thrones. That's the question. Can they even hold on this long enough?
Padahal picknya lebih GG kanan sih menurut gua. Tapi eksekusinya emang beda kelas sok. Wow. Oro. Lawan Kaido. Kaido lu lawan bos. Lihat mana tuh naga udah berubah mode Kaido dia. Oro. Anjay. Woo!
It's a legendary by Benny, and it's Echo who are still undefeated in groups.
Mamang Warkop. Hormat Mamang Warkop. Respect. Respect banget cok buat Mamang Warkop.
There's not a single moment in this high action, high paced game where we thought, wow, that was a bit overkill. Everything is rationed to perfection, and Occupy Thrones, man, they just got outclassed.
It was 12,000k.
Ayo sambil nunggu game 3.
Jokes aside, Echo.
Salah.
Like, throughout the entirety of the game, and I feel
sambil nunggu game 3 guys.
Because the man didn't get to play. He was just, I mean, every time he was up, he was
assassinated.
Yeah, and JP.
He got daddied.
He got daddied. You know, and it's tough because, again, when you have, and maybe this doesn't help the situation with the win rate for Beatrix. Man.
Oh yeah,
not at all.
Beatrix, yikes. With the skin, I thought, right? Beatrix's win rate would be good.
Gak bisa diklik.
Right now, it's meta.
Dilarang mulai gua.
We'll have to wait, man. But it's so sad. It's not his fault. What can he do there? There was really no option. Even if he went
masih ada ya suara.
There's multiple sources, right?
Nah. Emang Mamang Warkop. GG. Puja Mamang Warkop ajaib. Nah, udah bisa. Sambil nunggu game selanjutnya mending kita main daripada gabut. Ya kan? Lama lu bro. Gua ban Yofi. Ngeselin banget tuh hero. Kita segame dulu ya, 19-5 Mek skornya. 19-5. Moga victory, amin. Makasih Elisa. Aduh. Gua pengen mah. Iya. Kita pakai kucing ya. Pakai koceng. Mana sih si kucing? Ini apaan nih? Movement speed decay. Anabul apaan? Sumpah gue nggak tahu cok. Anabul apaan? Pakai ini. Ini sama build-nya sama yang game 1 tadi ya. Yang ini. Build-nya sama. Dia pakai clean. Anabul sama dengan embul. Anabul apaan? Gue gak tahu. Anabul apaan sih? Gue cari. Kucing, oh. Singkatan dari anak bulu. Iya. By the way kucing kita udah 5 ya. Soalnya anaknya si itu udah 2. Anaknya si Moi ada 2. Jadi ada si Embul, Milo, Moi. Anaknya 2 belum ada namanya sih. By the way semua itu kucing titipan guys ya. Punyanya kakak sepupu gua. Dititip di sini. Ntar dia mau pulang ketika anaknya udah agak gedean. Soalnya dia nggak bisa rawat. Makanya yang ngerawat itu kita ya. Ya elah ini jelek banget. Impure Rek. Sumpah. Ngebalikin mana doang. Mending yang ngasih DPS cok. Yang kedua yang di tengah-tengah. Itu lebih bagus menurut gua. Menurut gua ya. Nah kan masih lama kan. Bisa ini kita main segame 2 game. Bikin sepatu dulu soalnya larinya ini lambat banget. Tanknya mereka siapa? Roamingnya kayaknya ini deh. Nah, gak ada flicker ya. Mantap, mantap. Lu balik dulu dah. Ah, gak dapet last hit. Gue pikir damage-nya udah cukup, Cok. Ah, gak kena. Balik dulu, balik dulu, balik dulu. Langsung ini gak sih, kita udah punya attack speed, Cok. Dari emblem gua. Kita mainin dulu guys ya, sambil nunggu game ketiga. Mantap. Apaan sih colek-colek lu? Gak asik. Dia ambil duitnya. Wah. Kita lagi, kita bunuh 2. Tapi jauh. Di remake. Kena remake. Aduh. Ghost Fighter, beneran ghost anjir. Ghost Fighter yang beneran ghost. Woi, ready lah kill. S11 yang main ntar. Oke. Gelu. Kayaknya gua Yevi sih. Kesel banget gua sama Trigger. Yepe. Apakah yang akan mereka ban? Kita di gold lane aja guys. Soalnya nggak ada pemain MM mereka tim kita. Gue juga nggak bisa main fighter. Oke. Anjing diambil. Ya udahlah. Cecilion kali ya. Apaan nih? Gak yakin nih gua. Mereka pasti mikir gimana caranya nangkep Fanny. Palir. Oke, Dora. Nah, 15 menit. Segame nih guys, segame. Kimi anjing. Kayak busa. Elah, skin-skin biasa doang juga. Di counter banget itu Fanny, gue liat-liat. Wah, Jember nih. Anjay, dia ada skin epic. Trial sih pasti. Soalnya tadi dia nggak punya skin. Kita lihat berapa menit MPL? 13. Bisa guys, segame. Sebelum draft pick harusnya kita udah kelar ya. Daripada kita nungguin di situ, gabut anjir. Mending kita main. Enggak sih, mana enggak sih? Semoga fan kita Fanny GG ya. Tolong. Gue tolong banget nih. Sindong. Ah. Gue colong mana lu ya. Waduh.
Valor and royalty in a dead body.
Apaan lu so asik. Gak kena lagi.
Hello, my friend.
Please stand a hero.
Ngehe ini tower.
Among the planes exists the equilibrium, which I was made for.
Wih, dia udah di atas saya.
Time to drop the beat of
the enemy is banning.
Tuh. Kena geng. Udah pakai ini gua lagi sprint.
Your team is picking. The enemy is
Mati.
1,000 worlds, and not a single worthy foe.
To me, fun is all that matters.
Wah, sumpah. Fanny badut.
I would rather betray the world than let the world.
Fanny-nya lawak anjing. Akan. Matilah.
The enemy is picking.
Enggak lagi. Pani gua baru sepatu anjing. Wah, babik lah. Semua.
You should be ashamed for not trusting yourself.
Jangan di situ lah, Fanny.
Only love and night are everlasting.
Gak ada orang.
The enemy
Segi
is
XP-nya, guys. Nah, dapet tuh. Mantap. Dapat sih. Kok lama banget? Ambil turtle doang. Ya elah. Apaan sih, Fanny? Lawak anjing. Dapat 2. Elah, udah dibunuh lagi. Dia masih ada, gak dapet. Mati. Apaan lu? Cer gua.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
Kejar lah, Fadi.
All troops deployed.
Fanny kita kurang banget, guys.
Fear rises, yet love stays still.
Wah, gua kena lagi.
Living forever is not a blessing, but a curse.
Careful! The
Wah, ngentot. Gak bisa guys. Gua harus bikin ginian dulu. Mana sih itu item? Mana lu? Ya Allah, Wawan lagi. Ini saber kontrol nih, ngincernya gua doang. Lumayan lah dapat satu. Gua harus punya ini dulu ya. Winter Trumpeon. Kalau nggak punya gituan, udah sih. Gua pasti bakal diincar mulu sama sabernya.
We both know there is no end for us.
Okay.
Ayo dong. Masuk, udah ulti itu. Gas lah.
My Carmilla, why are you so cold? Just like
Nah, udah punya. Gak ada lagi lu ngincer gua ya. Tai lu itu saber. Mantap. Oh, butuh banget mana anjing. Balik dulu. Gak ada mana mah, gua nggak doang. Maksud mana gua?
year after year.
Ult is not ready.
Nah.
Turret has been destroyed.
Gak ada Fanny, cok.
So cold, pale is the moonlight, and my Carmilla.
Ngapain lu ngejar Wan?
Why are you so cold and pale?
Gua sumpah tadi udah bisa dapat itu Lord anjing. Ngejar one dia. Reset lagi dong kalau kayak gini ceritanya. Lord ya. Ayo. Jangan berharap sama returnnya si Fanny anjing. Sampah. Aduh. Coba ke ulti lagi. Tolong. Vania no respon anjing. Bangsat itu Vania. Dia bikin item tank. Pantesan gak bisa kill orang. Balik. Wah, udah gue pencet padahal. Knock up. Babik lah. Kocak lu bro. Nah.
Living forever is not a blessing.
Our turret has been destroyed.
Woi, Fanny. Ayolah. Ayo. Bisa, Cok. Malah ware. Waduh. Knock up gua. Untung dia nggak nemuin gua. Wah, ngapain dia nge-push deh? Orang ada Lord juga. Gak jelas.
Blood for blood.
Initiate retreat. Your team destroyed the turret.
SQ1 gua masih lama lagi. Berapa servernya? 1700 shock. Waduh. Mati. Mati. Ah. Lah, ulti apaan? Wah, mati juga dia. Gak ada mana. Nah, teman gue udah datang. Aduh. Mantap isi mana. Stok itu udah 200 juga nih. Mananya udah banyak. Bacot banget tuh Fanny. Retternya ada gak ada yang kena anjing. Ngebacotin orang-orang dia. Oh.
Our turret has been destroyed. Well played. Battle spell.
Terus bisa. Martisnya 8 detik. Minion bro. Mati. Wah. Martisnya ngapain dah? Maju kagak jelas. Wah, ini late game gak ada rasa jing. Wah, dia.
Such a tender lambent.
Lanjut ya. Berdoa dulu, guys.
Oh, actually, let's cheer for this team. We now know these names. And also, we can support them here for this matchup. But let's take a look at the keys to victory, specifically for S11. Expect and respect Gary's assassin hero pool from the jungle. Jotun must raise his retribution game. He's got to be able to compete on those objectives. Keep Panda domesticated with constant pressure. So keep a hand on that Panda there, right? Be cool, stay clean, play with discipline. I think that is also very crucial because you are going against a team, like Arashi said, that loves to play violent, a little chaotic, right? And be that calm, collected team to handle that ahead of you.
Well, to add to that, the information that we have is that Team Hawk, they are very good at adapting and seeing what you have to bring to the table and just countering completely. The keys to victory for them right here is to force S11 Gaming to make mistakes with early rotations. Min and Man to recalibrate their twin connection. That is something that they have been using so much to gain so much success. Prepare against front-to-back compositions. Have enough dive if they require to shut down perhaps the gold lane or the mid lane. And don't overthink it with the battle spells, right? Just do it.
And there's a fun fact when you're looking at Team Hawk. They got a special analyst, man. That's Valence, a player that used to play with Gary, Min, and Man back in Orange Esports, right? So he's going to be helping Hawk now as an analyst, and he's a brilliant mind, man. This is the man who actually was able to almost outplay Omega, I believe. Remember at MSC. But now, let's take a look at audience prediction right here.
Wow.
And it's pretty even. Yeah, it's very, very even, where a lot of people are going for S11 Gaming too.
Dia datang sama papahnya, jelas banget dah. Tuh orang, bapak-bapak gaming.
When you see more of these teams play, specifically S11 here, you're going to slowly convert some of these fans out there in the world watching, right? And being like, wow, actually, yeah, we are rooting for these guys. And I mean, Team Hawk, these players, some of them very well known, right? They have accomplished a lot as a team. But S11 clearly making a statement from the first series that they had. And now as we jump into the draft here, for this third match of the day, already you can see it is going to be S11 on the blue side. We've got Team Hawk on the red. Bans coming out here, Eve and Fanny are going to be taken out. And I think that's great, right? You take out the Fanny here. You don't allow Gary to unleash on that. But I'm surprised too. Team Hawk decides to take out the Valentina.
Nice yang
I was
kembar.
about to say, right when we were talking about S11 being popular,
Man
a lot
nama
of
Min.
players, a lot of fans are now rooting for them. Have you seen the players vote in-game in MLBB? They're like the second highest, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, RQ's number one.
RQ's number one.
RQ and S11's like not really close because RQ's just got so much more votes, but S11's second, dude. Argentina, probably because of the World Cup.
I was going to say, very passionate just fans. I mean, like not just esports, but even sports in general. So not surprised, right? You're gonna see this rally effect for S11, especially as they go into the knockout stage.
For sure. Well, for Team Hawk right now, they understand that they have to contend with a lot of crowd control if they allow the Kaja as well as the Valentina to fall into the hands of S11. So considering they want to be reactive, they want to make sure that S11 does not have too many playmaking tools as well, just in case it overwhelms them. S11 though, they understand that if there's kite back, there's going to be a 1-1, so they ban
1-1 your feet.
I'm wondering if one of these teams grabs the Kakita early on, right? I mean, we've seen them both play it, and especially with the performance that Chan had, where he started that early game very quickly, stacking, 2-3 kills on that Kadita. I would be surprised if it's either let through this draft or not even banned out, because both teams do like to play around with that. So still, too, with this last ban coming up here from Team Hawk, they've already focused on, the Valentina the Kaja pick. Glue. Do they go for Glue? Actually, it's Joy, who we've seen more often than I feel like now in the jungle. I think we can say we've seen Joy more in the jungle picked up here. So interesting, right? First phase bans done. What is the first pick here going to be for S11 Arashi?
I think it's going to be something with a bit more utility for sure, because Glue, you see that their Glue makes a lot of sense for sure. Of course, the flex potential is still also a big factor here. It does seem like they do not want to be denied, right? That Yi pick is just so annoying. So I think they want something that can just go in the line. We saw that the Yu was so
first pick sama dia.
I'm not sure if they're going to pick it at least like first pick.
Yeah, I mean, it's way too expensive to let go Glue, right? You mentioned the Yi, but they've already banned it here. So again, Team Hawk, they can respond. We've seen teams respond to the Glue pick with a fairness because of the additional damage you do towards a split. But even then, Glue's still super annoying, right? It's all about how you use the slam, and honestly, it's how you space out in the team fights. That's how you differentiate the good Glue players from the average ones, right? And I believe right now, from looking at how Papadog usually plays on his sustainable heroes, this is his style of hero, right? Picking up the Glue, super strong, already basically guarantees a strong side XP laner for their team.
I mean, not only that, but we saw how he played, you know, the high and dry Grok, right? So I feel like Glue works better for him here, but already the answer, the response from Team Hawk is going to be the Cho pick and the carry. We've seen carry quite devastating in a lot of matches. The damage can be unreal, especially when you get that attack speed built up and the itemization and everything. And then, of course, Cho, someone that we see utilize the wave dragon. There's so many ways you can use it. Disengage, engage, you can pull the flashy plays, you don't have to. The peel is there too, which obviously is something that you really need for the carry to shine, because you can only rely so much on the dash and also the Wind of Nature, right? But if you have what you're seeing similarly, the great Cho players, they know how to peel, they know how to disengage, and they know when to engage. So still, I think there's something that needs to be drafted for Team Hawk to complement this.
Apakah dia bakal main retail lagi? Oh, enggak.
The Leslie again, 0% win rate, but it is still a devastating hero late game.
You're up against some true damage on carry. Hey, someone else has true damage, and that's Leslie, right? They pick it up, they want to play for the late game, and they also pick
Leslie sih di late game hitungannya udah nge-counter semua hero ya. Lu mau bikin item seperti apapun kalau lawan Leslie late game sih udah anjir, kelar.
S11 gaming in the mid lane,
kecuali dia ada yang kontrol ya.
Like the hero pool is going to be hit in the second phase of the draft by Team Hawk for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very important lane, but of course S11 has a lot.
Harus hero yang bisa ngedeketin si Leslie sih. Nah, Yujong. Kayak Yujong, kayak Kadita. Siapa lagi ya? Intinya harus ngerusakin positioningnya si Leslie.
But on that point, on the gold laner still, the carry and the Leslie matchup in the late game, it's a bit dangerous because pure
siapa lagi ya?
Carry will out
Kadita sih menurut gua.
Right, Leslie functions as an assassin as well, and you can get one shot before you can even pop the Wind of Nature.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Arashi, there's a lot of options available.
Di sebelah sisa mid sama jungler, di sebelah kiri. Di kanan mid lane sama XP.
You do have, I mean, again, contesting the Kadita would be great, but also that you
Kadita sih ya.
Never mind, it is banned out. So that's going to be taken out.
Kalau XP-nya harusnya XP-nya tadi. XP-nya harusnya Yujong sih. Berarti mereka belum ada jungler. Yin, maybe Yin. Yin atau Ling. Bisa deketin si Leslie. Kalau midnya gua
You know how they can do that?
The real Kadita sih.
If I was S11 Gaming, honestly, look at this composition, right? We've seen this before too.
Farsa.
Ban out the Farsa, and so far it's going exactly as I'm thinking. But they might want to go for the Lunox here, right? If there's anyone who can really peel for the Leslie in the back line, it's someone that does damage, that can melt the backline presence or the backline threat to them, which is the Yuzong, right? That's the only way to peel from a Yuzong. Yeah, I mean, technically you can go for a Diggy, but they already have a Lolita, right? So the real answer from me right now for S11 is picking up something
nge-ban dulu. Jungler di-ban buat mereka siapa ya? Jungler sih masih banyak yang kebuka ya. Tergantung hero signature-nya sebelah aja harusnya. Respect ban. Oh, Matilda.
If you have two from S11, it might be quite difficult. So now, the question is again,
kanan.
Try and zone away the Leslie using
mid
long range.
sama
Go for an assassin.
jungler.
Just back up the dive coming in from the whole team.
Siapa ya?
You know what? I really like how Team Hawk is like, you know what? It's fine. We'll also ban the mid laners, despite not having a mid laner themselves.
Yeah.
Because Mon is such a dynamic player, has a lot of heroes in his arsenal, right? We've seen him play the Eudora in the grand finals in MPL Malaysia. So at this point, I'm just waiting for him to pull off something like even the Diggy mid again.
I was gonna say, when you mentioned Diggy earlier, I was like, well, you know, possibly we could potentially see Diggy mid. It has worked before.
Yep.
And again, Kadita still on the table if they want to take it with that burst damage. It gives you another option here for Team Hawk.
Yang bagus menurut lu orang apa dah?
But so far, they're gonna hold off on that mid lane pick. They do lock in the jungler here,
Linkan
again, but right away, S11 gonna lock in Karina here. So this is another unique hero.
Pokoknya mereka pasti nge-pick yang bakalan ini majuin si Leslie.
Is this a solid choice for them?
Well, the early the Karina
Linkadita sih harusnya.
Bit more of an advantage. I mean, he can block the
Kalau kiri ini dia tinggal mid lane.
So that is a factor for sure. But looking at the comp right now,
tebal-tebal
I fear
semua
for the
juga ya.
safety of the Leslie man with a Link and a Utah
Ya fi ke ban.
I hope you guys at home can hear.
Cang eh.
Arit. And drums coming into the studio.
Yep, the morale.
I
Ya buat perang lama.
I think so.
Soalnya kalau hero-hero yang burst damage kurang lawan-lawan kayak gini.
From Malaysia,
Tebal.
right here in Indonesia, and the Bali United studio, they are ready, man, with the support coming in for their team. Let's see, it's the Harith pickup that's going to be in the mid lane, I believe.
Yeah,
for S11.
Yeah.
So again, it's not going to be that Lunox that we mentioned, but it is a magic damage dealer here.
Still great. Still a great option. Yeah.
I agree. It's still great, but again, there's a lot of lockdown, right? There's that Way the Dragon, single target, lockdown.
Mid siapa ya?
I think Chan might have to go for that Purify.
But technically, think about that overlap scenario, right? The Zombie Force, then you have the Numnum Blast. Like, you have a lot of options there.
Eudora!
Analyst now.
I'm an analyst now.
All right, you stood up for that. I know. I share your excitement here, Mirko. There's Eudora.
All right. I mean, we talk about reacting. We talk about crowd control. Well, Eudora provides that, and in that mid lane, we talked about how important the control, the threat can be in allowing rotation. So with a Eudora, that can just one-shot squishy heroes later on in the mid game. Team Hawk has a chance to just take control over the game outright.
Man, one thing I love about Eudora is just the amount of burst potential, right? You also have a great stun option, a CC, which still is paired up really well with the Cho, like we were saying, you know, have that
Dua-duanya picknya bagus sih.
And just take them to the Thunderdome if
Mereka mikirnya cuma mau
something that can really work out here. But
ini aja
S11
apa?
as well, across the board, they've got that
counter satu sama lain aja.
Work or it doesn't, and still, I mean, they have a lot of options to work around with. But I think it ultimately is going to start also in the jungle. But the band is going, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third match here. Can S11 do it again versus Team Hawk?
Lu apa baru, Rut?
Eudora pick. Oh, I love it here, man. The Eudora is going to have so much value, right? You want to lock down Chan, you want to lock down Kai, and especially Jotun, who's now going to really struggle when he jumps.
Lu beli apa, Rut?
Might have to go for like a magical defense item early. But I have to take a look at his... Oh, he went for the mystery shot. That's not going to be a tank Karina. It's a full damage Karina. At least it should be.
It's an assassin Karina attempting to burst down the squishier members
like
Panda,
like
gua.
Apa lu dapat?
Before you can even get there, Lola needs to be dealt with first, and this EXP lane matchup, whoever comes out on top will determine the dynamic of the rotation.
Tagnya di kiri berarti Lolita ya. Glow-nya main ini XP.
That is just dangerous. And Glue can also
Phoenix 10.
so
Lumayan lah buat main game itu.
Who has the upper hand for now?
Yeah, I think right
lumayan,
now, you know, they just Team Hawk gives the Lith Wanderer away. They don't want to really chance it.
Lumayan hoki lu hoki.
Without, you know, the Way of the Dragon, without the ultimate even from Man here, it's tough, right? Flicker in, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you are concealed on Leslie, that second ability, the stun from Man, won't come out. So he actually
Kung Fu Panda ngeselin banget sumpah.
Was out of range by the time he realized. So again, a bit of a misplay. That's a flicker.
Mati.
Chance to be taken.
Arit tewas.
Down even here.
What a rotation.
Purify, but hey, that's the damage just melting him down.
Can purify damage, my guy.
Iya lumayan tapi masih belum dipindahin ke file bapak gua.
That is the best card
yang
control.
jelas sudah jelas lu dapat lah.
Despite the reputation for being more adaptive, they have taken matters into their own hands.
Buat main game bagus itu.
Still has control in that turtle pit.
Slick movement by Kai, man.
I mean,
udah kayak HP gua tapi versi yang lebih di bawahnya lagi. Lumayan kalau cuma buat main game doang mah bagus.
Black Dragon formed by Lola, zoning Jotun away. Has the Petrify, is going to be stunned up here as Jotun jumps into the back line onto
mati. Nah,
damage coming in. The burst was able to
rata-rata tim biru harusnya rata ya.
Has the flicker to get out as Mon is jumping
nah,
finds retribution as he pops
wah datang itunya. Nah,
double kill as Gary just slides across the place,
mantap.
up his sword and getting out.
That looks so
Kaburnya gak usah maruk cok ngambil duit.
Yet again prevails. Min was caught out of position.
Betul.
Has the way of the dragon, but he wasn't sure when and where to use it. So he was moving around, but because there's so many other tools available, because Lola was able to just push
memori juga besar jadi enak.
Control from S11 in the beginning, he was still able to get a very impactful presence in that fight. Team Hawk right now, they have the tools available. Can they push the tempo hard enough though?
Tadi movement cownya sih GG. Soalnya dia ngekontrol siapa tadi yang dia tendang di sini. Jadinya dia nggak bisa ngebantu temennya. Bagus banget tadi. Kalau dia ingin yang lain sih harusnya nggak dapet ya, lebih susah.
At this early point in the game. Now you can see already the focus too. S11 knows they got to focus on Panda. This is the key to victory here. So if they can pick up a kill here, kind of put pressure on gold lane constantly, that is one of the best case scenarios for them. Again, they want to allow Kai to do what he did in the first match, where he just unleashes mid to late game.
Oh my god, Erwin got the stun on the
mati. Ah! Ditinggalin! Wah! Sumpah, Karina report anjing! Report!
What a disaster for S11. It looked so good. They were about to
report Karina.
It did not work out. The backup comes in, the knockups comes in. That is
wah,
the power of crowd control.
Gak di-finish sama dia.
That burst coming in from Man. This Eudora is deadly right now. And not to mention, if you focus too much onto Panda.
Eudora kalau udah menang early sih nge-snowball anjing.
He wanted to go for something here, has him on blast, but doesn't have the flicker. And it's
mati.
Taken down. Gary picks up the kill, and it's another kill.
Eudora nggak boleh lu kasih early game. Kalau dia menang dari early sih udah susah jadinya.
This turtle should be theirs as well, and you know, questionably, Erwin. I mean, he was trying to just maybe buy time for that turret.
Intinya report Karina kintil. Kalau main pub itu udah dibacotin sumpah.
Through this game into the mid game, and still, what is the answer here for Man? Man having a massive game already. This is like what Chan had in their match in match 1, right? So this is a flippy floppy situation, but also somewhat expected from Team Hawk. They're gonna put pressure where they know they need to be. Min though,
it's gonna be stunned up, that's about it, right? There's no real threat right now from S11 in terms of damage. Chan still needs to scale. Kai as well, but who doesn't need to scale? It's Man on the Eudora. That's an early game mage for a reason. Erwin just got melted.
That is a terrifying amount of damage onto the roamer. If the roamer can one shot like that, that allows Team Hawk to just deny any kind of inquisitive maneuvers coming in from Erwin. He cannot find vision, and with that control, with those threats, they're able to get the turret, but Man here is the
dapat Eudora mati sih.
There you go, everything used, and still it's Mon surviving, but Chan jumps
dapat.
Taking up a shutdown.
Gua pikir dia berhasil kabur anjir.
Collecting it. Lola still with the Black Dragon form now.
Naikin.
There, gonna be immobilized down, but he's still able to get out with a furious dive. Meanwhile, in the back line is gonna be actually Jotun, who gets kicked back to the team. Has the maneuverability to get out for a bit before Panda finds the kill.
Rata nih biru.
Trying to look for more damage, but it's S11 who decides to back off, and it's an equal trade in the end.
That could have been way worse, right? I mean, for either team there was a lot going on, but still, it was pretty much an even trade so far, and that's the thing. The thing about Team Hawk is the pressure from having a Eudora, the pressure from having a Cho is showing for S11. S11 has to work around this, right? But again, time could be in their favor if they can get to the point where mid-late game, they've got some farm. Kai hasn't died yet. This is very reminiscent, like I said, to previous game where we were kind of counting out Kai, but then he flipped the tables for S11 in the previous matchup. So this could still happen for them.
True.
And Chan as well. Chan, he needs to continue to build up. You saw the Zaman Force. If Team Hawk gets out of place, Zaman Force works so well to find the kills that you need with this Harith or even set up the rest of the team here. But already another turtle being worked on Team Hawk. They should be able to just secure this with a breeze.
S11 going for a trade.
Buat S11.
But with only 2 members down here, it's still very vulnerable, and Team Hawk might just make a play here. No, they go for the turret, and that's about it. They're playing it patient and disciplined, keeping it clean, because later on, they can still have so many more options, man. They can use Gary to split push as well. We've seen that happen, and now here is the squad, right? Looking for a play, but Lola might be the one starting it off.
Uh-oh, there you go. Yeah, Lola just dishing out a bit of damage to act as poke, but with this, the way they're trading on the map, right, S11 sure are buying a bit more time. Erwin jumps in onto Lola. They're trying to actually collapse with this 1-Force 2.
Gak dapat anjing.
Connects onto Jotun. His chance still able to actually get out. Look at
dibalikin dong.
Connecting onto 2 members. Mon still able to flicker out. Papadog gonna be knocked up. Chance still gonna be able to survive, but it's scary. Slicing and dicing with the help of Panda.
Disaster,
to get the damage done and to take Erwin and Chan down. Team Hawk now looking to capitalize as they are going to be able to take the mid lane tier 1.
The snipe won't be enough, and that is what discipline gets you. S11, they saw Lola, they figured, let's go for that pickoff because they are in such desperate situations. But of course, they are able to secure the kill, but at what cost?
Tadi
Hawk has so many more
gak cukup damage-nya buat ngebunuh Yujong sih, udah parah.
Panda, already with the
Soalnya dia punya ulti, dibalikin ntar apa, lifesteal-nya udah gede banget. Lihat tadi nyawanya langsung setengah lagi, cok. Hero curang.
A lot of crits as well, so they can't really let these members go around without getting crowd control, without threatening them with everything.
Yeah, again, you know, with Kai not dying yet, that's a great situation to be in. But what we're seeing from Team Hawk is that backline dive is so strong. You have Gary, you have Lola to do that. And man, if he decides to flicker in and just throw out that full combination for Eudora, then Kai could be easily taken out here. So still, S11 buying time, they might be better off just giving up this first Lord, because if they actually contest it or try to fight it, they're most likely going to lose the fight here. So Team Hawk starts up the first Lord of the game.
That's a very
Leslie-nya nggak main anjing.
Because if there's a big messy fight, man
can bisa dibawa dari early Leslie sih, susah banget cok catch up-nya. Soalnya mau farming juga dia nggak bisa. Farmingnya Leslie mah farming hero cok. Selain kerut mah dia nggak bisa ngejungle, susah banget. Lama, bisa sih tapi lama.
S11 are still waiting for that power spike to hit, right? They are banking on Chan and Kai. These 2 members are the 2 members that need the items to actually carry the game right now. Jotun,
si Kai
right now, he just needs to act as an assassin, right? He comes in late, but if Team Hawk keep on just suffocating them this way, S11 have no way to actually get goal. Like, look at this, the orange buff is actually stolen away by Lola.
Diculik. Oh, di solo kill sama Link-nya.
And even in top lane, it's 2 kills on the board. Chance jumping back and forth, but he doesn't
duel assassin
anjing. Still Team Hawk, who just wins it out.
Ada bisinya.
Okay, we missed that for a second there, but
jadi 30 FPS cok.
And Lord now on the bottom side, they're gonna have to be careful here how they approach this Black Dragon form.
Papadog, nowhere to go here. Pops the split, trying to buy some time, but the damage comes through to really just melt him down. Chan, now with his Mon4s, actually jumping onto the Furious Dive. Luckily, he did not get knocked up. He is going to be able to clear the Lord out. 10 minutes in, base turret down in the bottom lane.
Team Hawk, I think they could have pressured a bit more there, but as we mentioned, keeping it clean, keeping it disciplined, knowing that they have the lead, but they also have a lot more early game options, so there's no point in taking unnecessary risks and letting S11 perhaps have an opportunity for a comeback. Look at the players' gold right here, Gary and Panda all the way up there, and despite the fact that Kai has been left relatively untouched, he is still not as wealthy as Jotun, which is not ideal, right? At this point, the Karina is not the main carry that you can rely on to actually decide the fate of the game.
The items, right? That's what I really want to see.
Ultinya dipakai cuma buat open map doang.
he's just
Kasian banget tuh Leslie.
I think he's got Berserker's Fury and maybe Endless Battle. Not sure if he was building towards that yet.
Duitnya paling banyak loh orang ini si Harit walaupun kalah timnya ya.
You saw how the discrepancy between
Yang main siapa tuh Chan?
And even someone like Panda, right? I think it was around 2,000.
Orang GG banget anjir.
And so
timnya ketinggalan duit 7.000 tapi dia networknya nomor 1.
There it is. It is going to be that Berserker's Fury.
Gak logis cok farmingnya.
Here working on the next. So if he's going, is he going BOD here, Arashi? For the third?
I think BOD makes sense, especially with how you want to be playing, right? Just burst damage, assassinations, quote unquote. But Team Hawk right now is just zoning everyone. I mean, Kai has the steel leg plates, but it's so dangerous for him to be roaming around right here because Gary and Lola can very easily take him out. The steel leg plates alone will not be enough to secure, I don't know, his life in the big fights. And look at how Team Hawk is positioning, right? They're just looking for opportunities, moments where perhaps S11 will overextend just
timnya kalah tapi duit dia masih lebih banyak 2.000 daripada top network musuh.
Still just give this lord away. You defend in your base. You know, it's your 8K behind here in gold, and you don't have much movement around the map. No much space to move around in. So this is the thing, though. Even if you turtle up
Ini lord apa sih?
and you
Kedua
try
ya.
to protect Kai the best you can, man is still the issue, right? He could flicker
Lord
in at any
kedua
point
kan?
and just lock down Kai. There's the Divine Glaive. That's even more big damn at this point. It's tough. It's tough here for S11, but they're going to have to defend against this Lord as soon as it spawns, and the Onslaught Siege from Team Hawk at 9K ahead from S11.
Now the question is, can they defend, right? With the amount of damage output and pick potential and even siege from Team Hawk, are S11 Gaming going to be able to withstand this? Arashi?
It's going to be very tough, man. I mean, if their core members don't get caught up in the initial assault, I think there's a chance, right? You can see the damage is starting to come through, but of course, with so much card control available, Team Hawk can just even zone and not even commit to a fight, and that will allow them to take down multiple structures or even end the game with good lane manipulation.
No conceal already. It's popped in.
Masuk lagi tuh Lord.
That's gonna be a resource.
Perasaan barusan Lordnya mati deh, ada lagi anjir.
Erwin with an not blast, but it's gonna be Min who kicks him away. Still,
ditendang.
Gary
ultinya hilang dong.
Chance to be caught is gonna be taken down. Unstoppable picked up by Panda already. That's the mid laner gone. One of the high ground defense members is no longer alive for S11. Man flickering forward, trying to get Kai right now. Is Kai still able to actually get out? Lola getting out of harm's way right now. Is Man's gonna be able to shut the damage, but he's gonna be taken down in the end by Kai. He's still fine, dealing a lot.
Masih bisa hidup.
True damages. That's gonna be Min caught.
Nah,
kill over to Kai, who's still
bisa ngedefend ini, bisa. Ya, salah ulti.
He is gonna be able to dish out more as he's hunting for Panda. Panda picks out, and Team Hawk have taken all 3 base turrets.
They've taken all 3 base turrets, but they gave several kills in the process. Of course, it's not a defeat. They have so much macro pressure right now, but S11, they need that influx of gold.
Tiba-tiba critical, Mac.
Kind of. So they have a
dia pasti
chance
nge-call
right
tadi tuh, bisa kita berdua. Keluar kritikalnya ngentot. Pasti dia ngomong kayak gitu, sumpah.
Unless something crazy happens, a pick-off, unless they do something crazy that Team Hawk can just not see coming.
I mean, even looking at the player head-to-head here, we already know Kai is going to be the saving grace here for S11 if they can turn this around. He picked up the BOD about 4 minutes ago. I was like, you know, they need to buy 4 minutes. They've done that, right?
KDA-nya 7,0 sama 1,7 loh.
Step number 1 here.
Beda banget KDA-nya tapi kalah yang 7.
Before that next Lord comes up, that's probably what they're going to try to do, get in position here. That will be crucial for S11 to turn this game around. They've just got to be careful because the base is fully exposed. They've got no inhibitor turrets left. That's why you have Papa Dog parking up here on the top side. Knows that Gary will be splitting around the map here, but in just a couple seconds, Lord now going to be up. They've got to be careful on how they approach it.
Kalau bukan glow-nya udah dari tadi engage itu sama dia.
Technically one was without Chan. Min though. Position goes on to Erwin. That's gonna be Lola jumping
Naganya ngebol-ebol.
Topped up, and that's the unstoppable by Gary. Jotun tries to look for a kill, but will fall
walaupun ininya free tapi susah juga. Di sebelah Euronya tebel-tebel, Cok.
And taken down by Panda and Lola. It's a double kill by the Black Dragon. And now it's time for Team Hawk to march slowly up against one member from S11. Papadog all alone. The miracle play will not happen as Team Hawk will be able to secure their first win at M4, silencing S11.
Nice game.
What a performance, man.
Good execution, bro.
Came in so well. They understood the macro decisions. They knew that S11 will be inquiring to see where they were. Are they going to be on the Lord? And they just go for the...
Udah lah guys, kalau gitu udah mau maghrib cok, gua mau sholat dulu. Ya, makasih yang udah nonton, yang udah like, yang udah share, yang udah subscribe. Makasih banyak kalian semua. And see you on the next stream. Dadah.